What's up, Olympia? Today we're talking about the May 5th meeting of the Olympia City Council, and we had a full and varied agenda.
Absolutely. Deep dives on a few topics.
Yes.
This is Council in 10.
For the record, I'm Susan Grisham.
And I'm Josh Lynn. We started off with a couple announcements. Councilmember Gilman brought up the Stamp Out Hunger food drive that the National Association of Letter Carriers does every year. You've seen the bags get dropped off. They encourage everyone to fill those with non-perishable food items, leave them out, and that food will make it to the Thurston County Food Bank. One interesting thing they noted is that if you see people that don't look like postal workers taking those bags, don't freak out. Those are people they've hired to pick up the bags because there's so much food.
Helpers.
They are authorized. And then City Manager Bernie also made an announcement officially introducing Hillary Flowers as the interim chief of the fire department. We've talked about this a little before, but I guess now it's official.
Yeah, pretty cool. And to note, we now have a woman police chief and a woman fire chief.
I did make note of that last night. Yeah, and the agenda was approved.
Yes. And so we kicked off special recognition. There are two proclamations recognizing Heritage Months. The first was May proclaimed as Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and that's honoring the contributions and cultures of these communities. The Asian Pacific Islanders Coalition of South Puget Sound invited the public to celebrate on May 23rd at South Puget Sound Community College's Lacey campus, and this event will feature food, performances, and family-friendly activities.
Yeah, this event is rad every year.
Yeah, it's
good
really
food,
fun.
super colorful, interesting performances. Highly recommend everyone to go check it out.
Yeah. So next, May was also proclaimed as Jewish American Heritage Month, celebrating Jewish American history, culture, and contributions, including here in Olympia. The proclamation also acknowledged ongoing anti-Semitism and encouraged inclusion and solidarity. A representative from Temple Beth Hatfield thanked the city and emphasized continued partnerships.
Yeah, very cool. Then we got into public comment. Not a lot of comments, but mostly focused around changes to funding to some cultural events in town, and then ongoing conversation about homelessness and housing affordability that sort of kicked off last week that we talked about.
Yeah.
The consent calendar was passed, and the first other business item was all you, so take it.
First up was a recap of the 2026 state legislative session, and then also discussing some next steps. So our state lobbying team at Capitol Path discussed funding outcomes, policy wins and challenges, and what's ahead for interim work and the 2027 legislative agenda. And council began discussing items to shape their priorities for the next year, including housing and homelessness, local funding flexibility, addressing tax regressivity, small business and downtown support, sustainability, and continued support for the building of the Deschutes Estuary.
Yep.
So the overall theme was we need more tools, we need more resources, and a much stronger state partnership.
Yeah, really good work.
Yeah, thank you. And next, we talked about an opioid funding agreement. So council approved allocating more than $560,000 in opioid settlement funds to join a regional effort through the Opioid Abatement Council. The funds are part of national litigation settlements and support a $2 million Thurston County initiative focused on prevention, treatment, and recovery through 2027. And other jurisdictions are also pooling their funds, creating a coordinated countywide approach that's aligned with the Thurston County Opioid Response Plan.
Yeah, really exciting to see this happening.
Yeah.
Last up for other business was a discussion about the downtown commercial vacancy study. And this is a study that was commissioned to look at the open storefronts we see around downtown. So there was a really fascinating presentation about this study. I nerded out on it totally. I'd encourage you to go watch it if you're interested. The purpose of the study, which I'm going to read, which I never do, to identify what the extent of vacancy is in downtown Olympia, where are the vacant building spaces, what are the main causes of vacancy, how does our vacancy compared to other cities, and are the perceptions that people have of downtown really aligned with the data? And then they provided some strategies or recommendations for how to improve vacancy. So a lot of really good data, really interesting data in there. And one of the key takeaways is that Olympia is really no different than everywhere else. The struggles we have here are happening everywhere. some conversation about a parking garage, some conversations about different things we could try. A lot of discussion about streeteries.
Yes.
Streeteries being the little sort of outdoor sections of restaurants that came up during COVID, and just fun to eat at, fun to say. One of my favorite words. So, love to see more streeteries in town. So a lot of really interesting ideas. There's going to be more discussion about this, and some discussion from council about possibly revisiting the city's downtown strategy.
Yeah, which is about a decade old.
Yeah, it seems like it's about time to do that. So then we got into reports, just the standard reports from council, nothing from the city manager, and we got out of there right at 9:11.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Thank God you're back. I don't want to do this without you. Don't ever leave.
I'm sure you had a good time on your own.
The freedom went right to my head. The power, yeah.
Amazing. So thank you for joining us. If you're watching this live, you can stay tuned for a full replay of the council meeting we just discussed, or you can watch it and any of our other programming on demand anytime at olitv3.com.
Download the app. It's even better.
Yes. And if you want to watch a council meeting live and in person, we're here most Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and we'll save a seat for you.
And with that,
We're adjourned.
we're adjourned.